If you're all alone on the planet, a hierarchical orientation makes no sense. There's no one to impress. So if you'd still pursue that activity, congratulations. You're doing it territorially. Hello, creative warriors. In today's episode, I want to discuss another section of Steven Pressfield's The War of Art, because I just think this book is fantastic. It's written in epistolary style, so it is very easy to consume these ideas, and there's so much wisdom in them that it'll make you think for quite some time. And so in today's episode, we're going to talk about what Pressfield considers the difference between territory and hierarchy and how that applies to the creative person. So I'm going to read a section and then I'll briefly discuss it. Here we go. The difference between territory and hierarchy. How can we tell if our orientation is territorial or hierarchical? One way is to ask ourselves, if I were feeling really anxious, what would I do? If we would pick up the phone and call 6 friends, one after the other, with the aim of hearing their voices and reassuring ourselves that they still love us, we're operating hierarchically. We're seeking the good opinion of others. What would Arnold Schwarzenegger do on a freaky day? He wouldn't phone his buddies. He'd head for the gym. He wouldn't care if the place was empty, if he didn't say a word to a soul. He knows that working out all by itself is enough to bring him back to his center. His orientation is territorial. Here's another test. Of any activity you do, ask yourself, if I were the last person on Earth, would I still do it? If you're all alone on the planet, a hierarchical orientation makes no sense. There's no one to impress. So if you'd still pursue that activity, congratulations. You're doing it territorially. If Arnold Schwarzenegger were the last man on Earth, he'd still go to the gym. Stevie Wonder would still pound the piano. The sustenance they get comes from the act itself, not from the impression it makes on others. Now, what about ourselves as artists? How do we do our work? Hierarchically or territorially? If we were freaked out, would we go there first? If we were the last person on Earth, would we still show up at the studio, the rehearsal hall, the laboratory? Okay, that's the quote from Steven Pressfield's book, The War of Art. It's not the full quote, but I wanted to give you enough of it so you understood where Pressfield was coming from. So the bottom line seems to be, if you're working territorially, you are engaging in creativity in a way that satisfies your own instincts, inner voice, interests, the things that you like, that you find really interesting and exciting. And ultimately, that's all we really need to do to be successful with our creative endeavor. The bulk of your creative effort needs to come from inside of you. It has to come from your territory. So I hope that's been helpful. I'd love to hear more about your creative process in the comments. Please take a look at the links in the description for free resources. This is Renee, and I wish you a very prosperous day.